ACC matchup. Now a non-conference power matchup here to start the season for Illinois, which has plenty of leadership in the backcourt.
These are their 3 1,000-point scorers. Bostic, the other one on this team. Genesis Bryant has the ability to put the ball in the bucket. Makaira Cook had 105 points in the WBIT tournament alone.
And we'll get it going right away here. The number 19 Seminoles have it. And Tanaya Latson, the Naismith watch guard, into the down the lane, one leaves a short jumper short. Ahead for Adalia McKenzie, and Makaira Cook lifts the three and scores the first points of the 2024-25 season. Cook has been with head coach Shauna Green all of her career, from Dayton to here now in her final campaign. Latson nice through the lane to answer to make it a 3-2 ball game.
Played key roles leading their team to victories this preseason. In Florida State's home opener against the University of North Florida, Michaela Timpson recorded a career-high 22 rebounds and scored 17 points for the Seminoles.
Florida State basketball with Illinois the early lead. And a turnover into the hands of McKenzie to Bostic. And Illinois has built a 5-point lead.
Transition defense turning into offense has been working for Illinois. When we talked to Florida State head coach Brooke Wyckoff earlier today, she said they want to limit that. They want to do it themselves. So far, Illinois is giving them a taste of their own medicine. But when you have two teams that are as physical and as good.
They scored 119 points against North Florida. That's a program record. Latson, the junior from Miami, Florida. In and out. Fans are going nuts with a promotion if you miss 2 free throws. And Illinois has the 5-point lead. McKenzie working it. McKenzie finishes. McKenzie's been a spark plug here, both defensively, and they're expecting big things offensively. Timpson over Bostic, and there's that post battle.
It's going to go back and forth all day. Coach Wyckoff said Timpson can't rely solely on her athletic ability. Kendall Bostic so far trying to battle and get defensive position.
Makaira Cook, the star guard for Illinois, working on Timpson and has it blocked. Each team has denied the other a couple of times. A head of steam for O'Gordon. Can't handle it. Turnover ahead for Cook. And Illinois has built up a 9-4 lead. Illinois receiving votes. And the number 19 Noles here on the road early in the season. Free ball coming. Rattles in and out, tracked down by Dolan. Illinois in transition again. Dolan to the cup. Illinois is up by 9. A timeout is called. Now Timpson with a little short jumper to cut into the deficit. It's a 7-point lead for the Illini here in their home and season opener. The Illini have not faced a top 25 opponent to start the season in quite some time. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and Illinois up by 9. Latson Euro steps her way through. Boy, nothing falling right now for Florida State, even with good looks. Genesis Bryant just got a collision from behind. Oh, we have an interesting situation here, Andrew. An administrative technical foul has been issued on Florida State. They had the wrong number in the official book at the scorer's table, so Illinois is going to get to shoot 2 free throws. Makaira Cook at the line and just missed the first one. The Illini will also get the ball out of this.
It's not something you see very often, and the fact that they had to go back and look at it and make sure that's just going to be the call.
Illinois in the home whites, Seminoles in the road garnet and gold. Out of the ACC, 6 teams in the ACC are in the top 25. McKenzie with a nifty move, but it came nowhere near the basket. Here come the Seminoles on the run. Boy, this is a track meet, and Cook fouls her from behind. It'll be an and one for Gordon. 2021, the last time these two teams met here on this floor. This is only the 3rd matchup all time. Gordon, a 79% free throw shooter a year ago, missed that one. And Illinois into the front court for Adalia McKenzie on Malaya Williams. And a hook falls for McKenzie. She's got 6.
And I love the aggressiveness McKenzie's showing. She's turned that really good defense into offense. And when you have good defense like that, that builds confidence for you on the offensive side of the ball. That's been on display today.
Back to the largest lead again at 10 for Illinois, at least for the moment. And after the miss by Bowles, the Illini could make it even bigger. Gretchen Dolan works to the baseline, and she'll find the bucket.
Gretchen Dolan.
Dolan, an all Big Ten freshman player a year ago, has her first points of this season in her sophomore campaign. This is Gordon. Feeds it there for Timpson. Baby hook over Bostic is good, and that battle continues to be a good one. Timpson has 4.
And that's what Florida State's going to want to do. The outside shot not working right now. You're 0 for 5. Give it to the person in the paint and do your best to get easy baskets.
Florida State starting to find some points, but the Illini will hold for the last shot of the first quarter. Dolan with a drive, missed it in and out. Here comes Gordon with a heave at the horn, and just off the mark. (20-10) after a quarter of play here at State Farm Center. Gretchen Dolan has it in the left corner. Makaira Cook being bothered a bit by Dos Santos. Now for Bostic. Turnaround, rattles in.
And right now, Bostic's having her way in the paint, getting position. Timpson is a rebounding machine, but right now your first priority has to be making sure Bostic's uncomfortable in the paint.
Latson, meanwhile, slashes her way through for a nice bucket there. She's got 4, and they trade field goals to start the second quarter. Gordon's been on Cook tonight. That matchup remains. Now a switch, and Cook on Timpson. Timpson has 32 double-doubles in her career. Same, by the way, as Kendall Bostic, both double-double machines. Isolation finds Bostic on the roll, and a nice finish. What a nifty play.
That was really good patience by Cook. She knew she had the mismatch. She was waiting for Amaria Gordon to get stuck in the paint, and Kendall Bostic made the Seminoles pay.
Latson tries to answer with a corner 3, tracked down by Bryn Shoup-Hill. The masked wonder with that face guard on her. Now McKenzie kicks it to Dolan and a stutter step. She'll find a mid-range J.
And Dolan's a certified bucket in high school, averaging 38 points her senior year at times. Coach Green had to yell at her to shoot the ball. That's not been an issue so far in the young season.
She scored a ton in high school. Williams measures one, and it caroms out of bounds.
Getting that position, you see they're going to throw Treadwell at her now. Just see if she can make him uncomfortable on the offensive side of the ball.
High-low for Bostic again. She's into double figures. Kendall Bostic has taken over this game with her offensive play, and she has 3 rebounds to go with it. Here's Latson with a clear path to answer. And it's whistled on Treadwell. Before the shot. Oh, Bostic fooled him.
Yeah, defense kind of let loose there. Those missed opportunities you just can't let on the defensive side. Kendall Bostic's going to feast on every single one of those.
Gordon couldn't find anything. It's somehow saved, though, by Turnage. And here's Dos Santos to finish with the layup. Came up here yesterday from Tallahassee. They will be back home against Florida A&M on the weekend. Jump ball. And we got our first tie-up. And Florida State will
force turnovers right now when you're down by 14 points.
Timpson, some space on Bostic, a turnaround, and it's a left short on the front of the rim. Here comes Genesis Bryant, who's been a bit quiet, but the Illini collectively have a 14-point lead, and Bryant spins towards the basket.
He's attacking the basket, being aggressive, something that we've seen from every Illinois guard so far today.
Bryant a year ago, an 85% free college game. Today, 66th with the Illini, and nets them both. Here come the Seminoles in transition. Dos Santos curling underneath, finds Timpson. There's a mismatch over Bryant, and she'll finish.
And Timpson's going to use that every single time. That's where I'm talking about the transition offense for Florida State can be so dangerous because their bigs are so good, but their guards are able to distribute the ball just like that.
Bostic popping out, extending the floor. Dolan fires from three, nothing but net for the native New Yorker.
And Dolan is that player that could really step up this year and be the breakout Illini. So far, a good start tonight.
A 17-point lead, make it 15 as Tania Latson answers. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. And I threw it away. Came off the backside of Gordon. The Seminoles have it.
And this is going to be the person that will get you back into the game. Latson trying to communicate, get that screen. She's going to attack the basket.
Latson drawing contact again. And Jasmine Brown-Hager will be whistled for her second.
Hager's just got in that game.
Shauna Green for Illinois trying to find her third win against a top 25 opponent for the program. Last year averaged over 21 points a game.
And on Monday, she passed her head coach in career-made field goals in program history. So you can tell she's on fire. But when you get that lead and you're playing this well defensively, it's hard to get back into it.
Bostic walled up. It went out of bounds. Illinois basketball.
And it's all about turning those strong defensive possessions into points. Like you said earlier, they're forcing the turnovers, not putting the points behind them. But you have a 14-point lead without doing that. Imagine what Illinois can do when they start having consequences for those Florida State turnovers.
Cook from the wing will take a drive into traffic, stops and puts it in. Veteran move right there by Cook.
She's having her way so far offensively, just like everyone else. I think the threat of Kendall Bostic under the paint is opening up scoring opportunities for other Illini.
And a good take by Omaria Gordon to get on the score sheet for the first time. Really been more possessions for Illinois because of the turnovers by Florida State. The Illini only scored 4 points off these turnovers, they say, as Cook goes hard to the ground.
So far, Florida State has been out of position defensively, and that's why there's been these fouls.
Illinois under Shauna Green has been a good free throw shooting team. That way at the end of last year when she was the most outstanding player of the WBIT.
And Brown-Hager's going to have to be careful. Already has a couple fouls. You don't want to get that third before half.
And Timpson working on Bostic, missed it, and Bostic muscles away a rebound and then a foul.
That's a tough call there.
Originally from Kokomo, Indiana, her first season at Michigan State, the Sparties, and then came here when Nancy Fay was still head coach. She cans the second one for a pair of points to make it 42-25. And with a lot of Illini playing well tonight, she's been the MVP of the first half.
And that's something Bostic worked over the summer, was developing that shot. She's always been a very good free throw shooter.
From
that
range there
shot.
by Omaria Gordon. Florida State can find their way from the perimeter to start heating up. They can get back in it. But Gretchen Dolan, going from range, missed it.
And that was the Seminoles' first made three-pointer. They're only shooting 10%, 1 from 10. If they're able to continue to do that and get shots in, it's going to be a closer game, obviously.
A minute and a half to go in the first half. Bowles nets one in, and now there's two of them. And shooting, as you know, can be contagious. She has her first points.
When it rains, it pours. And the Seminoles right now, everything's starting to go their way with another turnover.
It's Latson on Bryant, and a foul. It's a blocking foul on Genesis Bryant. Count the bucket, and a little spurt here by Florida State scoring. A little shaky at the free throw line, but not there. She completes the and one.
I would let Makira cook.
They're going to isolate Makira Cook, a Cincinnati native, working on Gordon. And a layup attempt is missed. No foul called. Shupil has her shot blocked. And did we get a foul? Yes, we did. Shupil, 83% a year ago. And the first free throw is good for her. Last year cut in half from what they were 2 years ago. Missed the second. Rebound for Florida State. A last second heave coming, and is short, missed. 43-34 here at the half. They sit outside the top 25 list. Florida State among 6 from the ACC that are in the top 25. Scott Beatty, Andrew Berkey, and Ella Peterson, your broadcast crew. Thanks for joining us here on Big Ten Plus. Florida State starts with the ball. Starters on the floor.
And when you're receiving votes preseason, you'd like to think a win over the number 19 team in the country could propel you into that top 25. That's got to be in the back of the Illini's minds.
Florida State ended the first half on a nice run. Illinois stymies them there with some solid defense and can make this again a double-digit lead. They were up by 17 in the first half at one point. 42-25 was the margin. Then a 9-1 spurt to close the first half. There's Makira Cook picking up where she left off. She now has a double-digit game with 11. Spot-up shot for Malaya Williams, who knocks in a key three-pointer there for her first points. The transfer from Cincinnati picked up a couple of fouls there in the first half and knocks down a big shot. It's an 8-point advantage for Illinois.
And she brings a lot of size, a lot of experience. Those long arms are going to help defensively.
What a feed by Bryant to Shoot Hill. Shoot Hill has 4, and a nice assist. Gordon spins over Cook. Cook with solid defense again. 10-point lead for Illinois. Wow! Adalia McKenzie with authority, and Illinois up by a dozen.
We didn't see as much in the exhibition game just a week ago.
10 for her, and cannot finish the three-point play after the foul by Bowles. Three coming here from Bowles, and a weak side clear out by McKenzie. McKenzie was the spark plug in the very opening minutes of this game, and in the opening minutes of the second half, another strong take, drawing contact, going back to the line.
Illinois defense, that's what they've struggled with the most. They've had some uncharacteristic turnovers.
McKenzie with 11, and now still 11 points. She's one of 3 Illini in double digits, and Gretchen Golan has 9 coming off the bench. There's Gordon. Goes around Bostic and feeds it out to the corner. This is Bonner. Missed there. Offensive rebound. Timpson missed it again. Bostic with another rebound. She surpassed 1,000 for her career at Illinois, and she'll soon get to 1,000 points early in this season. Cook, a stutter step, draws the foul. Scored at least 1,000 points, and as we said, Kendall Bostic is in good pace to do that early here in the season. She's already over 900 points. Makira Cook. Cook in double digits and now has 13. 4 of 6 from the line. Illinois' largest lead has been 17. It's a 15-point advantage right now on a 7-0 run. Florida State hasn't scored in the last 2.5 minutes. Timpson, though, changes that. A nice, gentle finish.
And I like that from Florida State, setting something up offensively. There's been a lot of quick shots at the beginning of the shot clock, and you're going to see a big turnover here.
Timpson disrupts the pass. Here comes Latson. Latson finishes with a flourish.
And that's what they do really well, turning that defense into offense, something we haven't seen today. When they've been able to do it, they get points up on the board. They make Illinois pay for their mistakes.
Cook bothered again. Now she takes it back and has a clear path to finish. Cook stole it away from Timpson.
And a little bit of frustration from the Seminoles there. You don't want to give those opportunities up. Deep 3.
Latson, oh, spot on. Draining a 3.
3 points.
Her first of the game. And she's now has 19. Cook gets past her. Now Turnage, Snoop Turnage on her. Oh, all open. Gretchen Dolan on the feed by Cook. Makira Cook doing a little bit of everything here in the second half. Always a few kinks to work out if it's the first game of the year. And now we're back to action. Dos Santos around Bryant. A kick out for Bowles, and Bowles cans it.
And that could be the reason why they want to make sure it's 2 instead of 3 fouls with that shot that Bowles has. The transfer who had a really good freshman year at A&M, took her minutes cut in half last year, makes the change to come over here, part of that star-studded recruiting class. I know they want to get her involved early.
McKenzie works it. McKenzie continuing to fill it up for the Illini. She has 13. We've talked about Bostic, we've talked about Cook in this game, and McKenzie too. They've really spread it around offensively.
And they're showing why experience matters. They're putting a lot of pressure on the Seminoles, making good, efficient shots.
Turnage drives past Shoup Hill, feeds to Timpson. Timpson with the finish. Timpson into double-digit scoring.
And that's what they need to do more of. They need to get the ball into the paint. There's too many outside shots, too many fast possessions. They're not using all the clock. I get it. They have the idea that they want to get back into this game as fast as possible, but you have to have efficient offensive sets.
They've been efficient lately. They've hit their last 5 shots, and here's a foul, though. Already had 1,000 career rebounds, but now more than 1,000 at Illinois as Adalia McKenzie hits a free throw coming out of the break. Scott Beatty and Andrew Berkey, Ella Peterson, your broadcast crew, and Illinois' advantage back to double digits. This is far from over, though, Andrew.
But when they get going, they get going. We saw it at the end of the second half. They're able to get a couple threes up, a couple layups in. So far, it's been a dry spell, but lately they're getting baskets in just like that one. Can really help out these Illini as that first person off the bench that can score. I think it's what a great find.
Wow. Kendall Bostic, 16 for her. Illinois up by 11. Latson fouling away will go to the line. It's actually been quiet with just 2 points. Latson here in the second half.
As the Illinois fans are going to try to get nuggets for the second time today.
It's a McDonald's promotion on missed free throws. Latson a little bit too cool.
They're going to have a chance to crawl back into this game from the defensive side.
Slips away from Shoup Hill on the inbound, but the Illini recover it, and Brown Hager goes to the cup. It was a shooting foul, but it's the 5th on Florida State. And the Illini will be in the bonus the rest of this quarter as Jasmine Brown Hager misses the first. Just 2.1 points per game with Mississippi State, but in the WBIT with the Bulldogs. Florida State has shrunk it a little bit here in the second half into single digits momentarily, but Illinois has kept it. Kept them at arm's length. Offensive foul and another miscue here.
These are the games they want. They set up the home and home for these opportunities, these early season tests. So far, Florida State's been tested more than I think they thought they would coming into this game.
Cook said, oh, look, I'm open, but she can't get it to fall. Here comes Gordon working on Brown Hager. And Brown Hager commits the foul. It's an and one again for Gordon. Both teams want the win, of course, but a loss.
Lose early, it's okay. You can always come back. But if you get a win, it looks really good on your strength of schedule, especially when both teams have aspiring tournament hopes.
Kendall Bostic will pop out for a 3 and banged it off the back iron. A fight for the ball comes the way of Dos Santos working on Dolan. Kick out, sidestep 3 coming from Gordon. Clings it off the rim. It's tracked down by Florida State. They'll get the final shot. This is as close as they've been in a long time. 5 seconds to go. Gordon draws a foul by Cook, and that actually may be a smart foul, as Illinois has one to give. Gordon triggers. Dos Santos a fake. Back to Gordon around the screen. Driving on Bostic at the horn. She cans it. And Florida State is within 6 with the third quarter wrapping up.
Only 1 turnover difference between the two of them. It's a 6-point game. At this point, it's anybody's game.
Kendall Bostic on a handoff for McKenzie. Now to the right wing for Dolan. Dumps it in for Bostic over Turnage. That's the matchup they wanted, not over Timpson. Bostic couldn't get it to fall, and now Florida State could make it even a 1-possession game. Santos has been getting some good tick here in this ball game off the bench, but Dolan steals it. 19 to shoot out of the break, and Kendall Bostic needed about a second of it.
It's a defensive breakdown on that one. Latson
rimmed it. Here comes Cook. Illinois with numbers ahead from McKenzie, who will finish.
That's a great pass. McKenzie streaking down the lane to get it. That's what Illinois needs right now. When you see her, it's getting real loud here at the State Farm Center.
Adalia McKenzie had a career high 24 in a game in the WBIT. She has 17 tonight. Latson fighting on Dolan. Dolan is whistled for the foul. McKenzie has really shined tonight.
2 shots.
17 boards, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and has been playing tight defense.
She's going to get her points. You have to be okay with that. You have to be able to flush it and get on to the next possession. She's got 24 now.
But she's taken 20 shots from the field, 9 of 20 shooting, so they've made her work. Illinois shooting 49% for the game, Florida State at 39. McKenzie again, and McKenzie into contact. One time guarded Lucy Olson in the WBIT championship last year. They won that over Villanova, and Lucy Olson then transferred, is playing for Iowa. Might not replace Caitlin Clark. That's a little bit of maybe too tall of a task for anyone to do. But that shows you what kind of player Lucy Olson is. Timpson over Bostic. Nailed it.
And those jumpers, she's able to drill them. She's been taking a ton of them today. She's really looking for the easier layups, but if that's going to work, leads down to 7, stick with it.
Timpson has a double-double. Kendall Bostic a rebound away from it. We talked about that matchup, Timpson versus Bostic, and it's really lived up to the billing.
It's double-double versus double-double. And so far, Bostic had the hot start, but Timpson slowly but surely.
Florida State still in this, 68-61. Illinois, Latson over Cook. Latson with a professional bucket right there. 6 minutes to go for the ball game. 5-point lead, Illinois. Cook feeds Bryn Shupil on the roll. Bryn Shupil is going to the line. She needs some sort of superhero moniker.
It's almost necessary.
Feels like a new year for her in so many ways. And maybe the face mask is a bit emblematic.
That can work out for Illinois women's basketball this year. I think they'll take it.
7-point lead for the moment, but Timpson has an answer and showing some mid-range game as well.
And I think she's going to start taking more of those shots. She's dropped the last 2 of them. And the Florida State defense is really ramped up. They're putting a lot of pressure, not allowing Illinois to get what they want in transition, having to go with these longer offensive possessions.
Cook works around 2. A floater is good. Makaira Cook answering the bell here in the 4th quarter. Up to 17. And the lead expands to 8. I beg your pardon, back to 7. Gorman, no good. Whose ball? And
out of scoring position. She's made some really good shots, though.
Is either one of these teams, maybe with a few turnovers, but otherwise do they look like it's the first week of the season?
Not at all. I mean, this looks like a potential tournament game to me.
Cook, teardrop wouldn't go. Rebound McKenzie. The putback will fall. It's a 9-point lead for Illinois. But yeah, losing to a Big Ten team is in the balance right now. Timpson over Bostic. No good. Rebound Genesis Bryant. Illinois had a double-digit lead into the first half. Made it as big as 17. They went into the locker room with a 9-point lead. I beg your pardon, in the second half got it as big as 17. Florida State shrunk it to 5. Cook trying to make it a double-digit lead. Her layup is no good.
And right now, Illinois on offense, they're just taking their time.
Dos Santos for 3. No good. Offensive rebound and the putback for Timpson, who continues to be a scoring and rebounding machine. Coming off a 22 rebound performance. Timpson tonight a double-double, 18 and 12.
And I understand Illinois wants to slow things down, bleed the clock out, but this is still a close game.
Bryant with a mid-range jumper.
And that's going to help.
Gorman going the distance, but hit the underside of the backboard.
If you can get back to our sweet spot, we'll be able to start chipping this lead away as we're under 2 minutes here.
Gordon on McKenzie. They cut her off. Out of Williams into the post for Timpson. Over Bostic. Timpson money again.
And And just like I said, she's getting hot from that spot, so I think you just want to keep going there as much as you like the scoring ability that Gordon has.
Under a minute and a half now for this ball game. Illinois with the advantage. The sixth man on the floor for Illinois is the clock. And Illinois has fouls to give. Bryant deep into the shot clock. Has a shot bothered, 3.5 seconds, but even at this point, an empty possession, Andrew, is not the worst thing that could happen if you bleed away clocks.
Offensive threat on the floor in these dawning seconds.
Genesis Bryant. And the second one. 1:06 to go. Gordon, a drive and a bucket desperately needed. These Illini look like they are full-spirited to start this season, coming off a WBIT championship. Gretchen Dolan to trigger in for Cook. Cook into the way of Gordon. Gordon almost got it. It's a foul.
And that was actually almost a nightmare for the Illini.
Kyra Cook from Cincinnati, Ohio, misses the first one.
And you'd like to think you could put the daggers away here, but the way this game is gone, it feels like it could never end.
Second one. There it is. 8-point lead.
And now Latson's just going to try to drive in, get an open shot. You don't need a three yet. You just got to get a quick two.
It's a foul on either Bostic or Shoup Hill. Well, there was a 4
mistakes
on the uniform either way. Either it's 4 or 44. Latson misses. That's of more importance at the moment, as Bostic has 1 foul and now Dolan has 1 foul. So it's probably academic. Second one. That's good for Latson.
And that's the one thing Latson struggled with today is her free throw shooting. It's only 6 for 10.
She has 27 though, despite it. And a foul at the baseline as Florida State tried to trap. Genesis Bryant at the line, and she hits the first. She's had most of her production at the free throw line. She's a perfect 5 for 5. 80-72. Second one. Good again.
You still don't need a three yet. It looks like they're probably going to look for it, though. You're taking too much time. You've got to get to the basket.
Floater, missed. And it's a rebound for Shoup Hill. And over to Kyra Cook.
You got to foul here. You got to foul.
Florida State won't do it. Now they do. Bowles reached in to get Cook. 6 for 20 from the field, but 5 of 8 for the line, and could all but put it away right here.
You got to be in three mode. You got to chuck up a shot right when you get across half court.
20 for Kyra Cook. No longer a student, am I, but always love working with him.
We always love working with you too.
Latson with 20 seconds to go over McKenzie. It's a rebound for Timpson. Timpson, no, knocked out of there by Bostic. Latson again. It's a 9-point game. It's going to be Illinois' victory here at home. Cook ahead to McKenzie. McKenzie will dribble it out as time ticks away for Illinois basketball. And it's an upset victory over a top 25 team.
They've been waiting for this to get that ranked win, and to start off with a ranked win in your first game of the season, there's got to be no better feeling.